I don't know about this map pick, to be honest. I think Deathstroke makes pretty good use of their globals. We didn't really see it too much in that game. They tended to fight 5v5. Although I guess that was the same way that they used their globals against Popochas, right? They just kind of use them to catch soak, not necessarily to force numbers advantages. Which is fine. But I do think that giving Deathstroke Dragonshire when they like to play the two globals, and they just played the two globals on Dragonshire in the last game, or in their last match, maybe is a bad idea. But they do ban the Brightwing, so at least Baddest Dudes recognizes what the threat is. Yeah, let's go 15 viewers. We never won on cast. Alright. And the Junkrat gets banned. Is that a comfort pick from Baddest Dudes? I'm really not sure. It doesn't look like they've played it a ton in the past. Okay, 7 games. The decent win rate. So, Deathstroke gonna pick up their Johanna again. It seems like nobody wants to let them play Stitches. Yeah, honestly, I'd be more concerned about this Johanna. As much as they do play the Stitches and they like the Stitches, Johanna just a better hero in general, and they've shown that they can play it pretty well. Nubarak on the side of Baddest Dudes, followed with a Blaze. Getting a pretty beefy front line here. I really do like Blaze in Dragonshire. I think his 1v1 potential is very, very high, but because of that, they give Deathstroke the Tychus and the Honor. I think 2 real big comfort picks for them. This just seems like Deathstroke's draft. Like, give him the Dahaka and, you know, whatever Broski's hero is, the Jaina. This could be curtains already. I feel like the Dahaka... they're not banning the Dahaka. Interesting. They chose to ban the Gul'dan instead. They thought the Jaina was alright as well. What on earth is a Bloyd concert? I'm just out of the loop. Alright, so it's actually Deathstroke is going to ban the Jaina. Interesting. That maybe that was why they banned the Gul'dan, because they were just going to go ahead and pick the Jaina. So maybe a good ban on Deathstroke's side. I do think Baddest Dudes plays a fair bit of Jaina, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, they play no Jaina. I'm joking. I don't know what's going on. No, they play a little bit of Jaina. Okay. So Malfurion and Greymane. Very, very basic composition on the side of Baddest Dudes relative to last game. Malfurion on Dragonshire is definitely a very, very good hero. They do grab the Dahaka again, and I imagine... I'm actually not sure what Broski's hero will be. He's tended to lead towards the Jaina. I think the Gul'dan once, so the Sylvanas this time. And another good hero on Dragonshire. Makes the objective push a little bit better. Pretty good 1v1 potential, especially against all the big bodies from a Nubarak and Blaze. Decent burst damage to get around the mouth sustain. I do think this is going to be a really, really rough game for Baddest Dudes. Valera as the last pick. Never mind what I said about the normal draft from Baddest Dudes. Seems like they always have some crazy pick. Cactus Ham on the Valera. Now, normally I like Valera as a hero. I think she's good. I think she has a lot of potential in the right situation. I don't think this is that situation. I think if it was pre-rework Ana, I'd be all for the Valera, but right now maybe the only pick target on the side of Deathstroke is the Sylvanas, and even then I guess Tychus too, but lately Dougie's been picking the Odin, and it'll be hard to actually do anything to him in the team fight with that bigger health pool. I do think that this Valera was a mistake, but I hope I get proven wrong because she is a fun hero to watch. So Dougie is going to be playing the Tychus again. Broski switching off from the Jaina to the Sylvanas. Dick Cheney finally gets to play his Ana. Antifreeze back on the Dahaka. And I missed a hero. What's the last hero? It's Johanna. The top hat on Johanna. For Baddest Dudes, Tootie Moss is playing the Malfurion this time. Rondertaker on the Anubarak. Cactus Ham on the Valera. Savior on Greymane. And Zigo on the Blaze. And I am going to get rid of my camera now. As far as early game goes, I do think that it has to go to Baddest Dudes. They have so much CC, so much lockdown, a fair bit of burst. Ana, Johanna, Dahaka, not really your typical early game heroes. Sylvan and Tychus are okay, but... Deathstroke definitely needs to be a little bit careful for all this CC. Even Johanna, honestly, if she's not careful about her Iron Skin, can just get locked down for a day. Luckily, they do have the Ana burst heal. So already Dahaka and Blaze duking it out on top. Deathstroke has cleared the wave. We're going to rotate down as their 4-man. And Valera being pretty safe, being sneaky. And honestly, this 4-man rotation is just going in Deathstroke's favor. Just a little bit interesting. Silva's able to catch the soak up here, and they're just going to slowly start to inch ahead in XP as they're a little bit faster on these rotations. Valera has kind of sniffed out this siege camp, but she's not going to contest it. Her team still has to clear the waves that have been pushed in already. And probably going to be pretty easy for Deathstroke to grab that. Meanwhile, Dahaka and Blaze on the top. Looks like pretty even on XP there. Valera with the Unfurling Shadows on her level 1. She's going to be trying to pick out those bigger bodies. Johanna and Tychus almost getting picked, but they seem to be okay. Good drag on a Nubrak that should have an E. Oh, good sleep dart. He doesn't make it out. Malfurion also ends up getting taken down. So 2 quick kills for Deathstroke, and they're going to try and rotate up and try and secure themselves a Dragon Knight, maybe? Dahaka's been double soaking mid-top. He's going to go top to catch this wave, hopefully. Meanwhile, Valera and Blaze are going to sit here and try and catch a rotation, but it's not coming because they've decided to push the bottom lane. They have the siege camp. The Sylvanas is going to turn the towers off, or has already turned the towers off, and they already get that front wall. Such a huge advantage already. A whole level lead for Deathstroke. Only 2.5 minutes into the game. Valera sitting up top, trying to get a pick on Dahaka. Doesn't seem to be working out for her. And Deathstroke is going to rotate to the siege camp. Johanna's going to protect this siege camp as long as she can. Meanwhile, the other one on top is getting slowly killed. Valera's rotating down. Ana spots it. She decides to go in on Johanna. Was it a smart call? She still has the Iron Skin, and she should be able to make it out okay. Meanwhile, the siege camp gets taken and is going to start doing work on the bot fort. Deathstroke rotating back up. Blaze soaking the top lane pretty safely. As long as he's up there, he shouldn't really lose the control point to Dahaka, who has burrowed down to the bot lane and is now with the rest of his team trying to contest this beacon. Johanna kind of out of mana. I don't think they really want to fight right now. But they do have control of that bottom beacon. Blaze rotating down to catch this wave of soak. Probably not going to make it there in time. And this is a 3v4 right now. They have to be very careful. Tychus rotated mid lane. Baddest Dudes is looking for a fight. And for some reason, they don't take it. Valera rotating back up, trying to catch Tychus. Tychus barely doesn't get the kill on Blaze, but his health pool is just too high. Valera can't really make much use of it. Much use of her damage there. And both beacons now being controlled. Johanna's going to stall 2v1 on the bottom for as long as she can while Tychus channels the DK, and he does get it. Does Johanna make it out? Yes, she does. And that's a pretty quick Dragon Knight. It's pre 5 minutes, so it's not going to be that strong. Luckily, Sylvanas is here to make that push just a little bit more powerful with her trait. And we'll see what Baddest dudes can do to defend this. Their single target damage on the DK isn't actually that good considering their second damage dealer is a Valeera. So it's just going to be Greymane with the only real ranged poke to this Dragon Knight. So even though it is early game, it is still going to get a lot of value. Anubrak going back with Valeera on the backline. Sylva's pretty low, but she's getting kept up by Ana. Good peel by the Dragon Knight, and obviously Sylvanas is going to make it out okay. They managed to defend the mid fort, but the Dragon Knight is coming back in. Maybe, nope, it's leaving. And they're pushing bottom. Nope, they're leaving. Baddest Dudes has level 7, a good sleep dart by Ana, but it's not going to be able to get much. The extra range on the Dahaka tongue. Actually, that's Symbiosis on the Dahaka. Interesting. I think lately he's been picking the extra range, but going to Symbiosis this time. So sleep on the Anub. I don't think they want to go for this pick. Valeera's waiting for the gank. The whole team is waiting for the gank. They do have a minion wave, but it does look like they're a little far out. Greymane's kind of not on the same kill target. I feel like the focus there wasn't there. If Greymane was on the same target, Johanna would have gone down a lot earlier, but they still do get the pick. Everyone pretty low for Baddest Dudes, though. Meanwhile, Dahaka soaking top, trying to get them to 10. It was a good fight from Baddest Dudes. They managed to get the pick, the fight before level 10, and they got themselves about a quarter of a level back into the game. Dahaka's coming down, double soaking very, very well. But again, I think the problem here is that the Valeera just isn't generating enough value. The healing is fast from Ana, so not bursting Ana isn't going to lead to much. Level 10s are here from Deathstroke. You're going to try and push down this bottom lane. Valeera's trying to scout something on the back line, but I don't think she's really going to have much luck. Naka going in, taking a fair amount of tower shots. I don't know if this was worth his health pool. He does pop Essence, gets healed up by Ana. And the fort goes down. Dahaka burrows top. He's going to catch the soak. Meanwhile, Blaze trying to hit his stun isn't quite there, but they do get level 10. They've only lost the fort, so pretty even talents. Definitely still anyone's game. We've got the Cocoon, Combustion, Smoke Bomb, Twilight Dream, and Go for the Throat. Meanwhile, Deathstroke has taken the Bruiser camp on the bot lane. They're trying to push down the fort again, knowing that there is one, maybe. Now they see two top, so they should probably try and force this bottom lane very hard. Dahaka is maybe going to get picked by Valeera here. The Combustion goes out. Isn't going to be enough. No, maybe he should have charged that Combustion while he was in stasis in his burrow. Ana even with the Eye of Horus to make sure he is healthy enough to grab the top beacon. And Deathstroke honestly doing a really good job. Noticing the two went top to gank Dahaka. They didn't get the pick, so they decided to push bottom lane with the Bruiser camp. And they're getting the front wall, and they'll probably back off here. Valeera waiting in the wings. Honestly, Ana with a great grenade to scout her out. Really, really good. Blaze sitting here in mid, making sure that Dahaka doesn't grab the DK, and that's exactly what he's doing. Dahaka with a nice tongue. The Wailing Arrow goes out, and really, really good follow-up. The Sleep Dart, and goodbye, Blaze. Anubrak's going to try and interrupt as well. He does get it, but it won't be enough. That is another Dragon Knight for Deathstroke. Deathstroke's going to push down the mid wave. I think I honestly probably would have brought it bottom to make sure I got the keep. But maybe they just want this insurance. I guess they do have the Sylvanas trait to make sure that the Dragon Knight doesn't lose too much health on the way there. Again, man, it really just feels like Valeera is doing nothing this game. She keeps trying to get these picks like Dahaka on the top. She gets scouted out again. And they are most likely going to be able to get this keep. The Dragon Knight is falling pretty low, but the isolation on the Greymane will drop him. Sylvanas maybe overextends a little bit. The Twilight Dream is going to be enough, but Ana healing her the whole way out with a great sleep dart on Valeera. What is this, Ana? Sylvanas makes it out. Ana might be in trouble now. The combustion not enough, but the DK's still up. Dahaka, meanwhile, in the backline is taking so much. But he makes it out as well with a burrow. And suddenly they're still pushing. The Dragon Knight's done. But somehow everyone makes it out. Greymane the only one to fall in that fight, but it lasted so long that he's already back up. How did Deathstroke not lose a hero there? It was such focus. I mean, that's exactly what I was talking about, right? If the focus is on Ana, then I think it's fine, but they just don't have fast enough damage to kill anybody that isn't her. Meanwhile, as I say that, though, Tychus doesn't quite die. I think one Ana Q missed there. That's the reason he went down, but really, really, really good damage from Dahaka with that level 7 W talent. He is just shredding the backline. The isolation on Blaze was not enough. Oh, Blaze with a really bad charge probably is going to cost him his life, and he does go down. Baddest Dudez managed to take the siege camp, but at what cost? 3 heroes for 1. And the XP lead is just snowballing further and further. Only 2 structures left, or 3 structures left for Baddest Dudez. And I think Deathstroke now is going to be content to wait till they have 16. They have so much of a time window to take advantage of that talent tier. They're just going to play safe until they get that 16. Probably rotate up to their Bruiser camp as Baddest Dudez does theirs as well. Oh, they're looking for a pick on Dahaka. He might be a little bit too far out. The Malfurion route is there. Blaze and Valeera with... Oh, great Malfurion play, and that's definitely it. Oh! He has Essence. He has a little bit of Essence. The Eye of Horus is going to keep him up, and that was so many ults used from Baddest Dudez for not even a pick. Dahaka makes it out. Thanks to the Apex... whatever. Enhanced agility, excuse me. Really good Wailing Arrow is going to bring a Nubarak really low, but the Cocoon does land on Dahaka. Johanna getting dangerously low. Ana manages to keep her up. Dahaka going back in. Valeera with the pick on Sylvanas, and there we go. Oh, no! It wasn't quite enough. Greymane goes back in and does lose his life for it. Dahaka makes it out. What a massively weird team fight. Valeera going back in at no health gets sleep darted and deleted. Not quite sure about that one. I think she went in on maybe Tychus? And again, like, there are just no pick targets for Valeera. Even if you go in on Ana with the silence, like, unless you're killing her before the silence is up, she just gets to drop a grenade and call it GG. I mean, the debilitating dart too. I didn't even realize that got picked up. I guess she's not even grenade build, but the contact healing is enough for grenade to be so impactful against Valeera. Good drag on Malfurion. That will, honestly will probably be game if he ends up falling. The DK does manage to take him out. Blaze Combustion just getting kicked out of here, and Valeera is doing her best to take down Tychus, but again, the Ana heals are just too much. Greymane loses his life trying to kill Tychus as well, and the Sylv does lock down Valeera. And honestly, they could probably just go core. It's so low. The Odin comes out, they have the DK. It's a 13-minute Dragon Knight, but this is game. Deathstroke, honestly, 12 kills to 2, just destroying Baddest Dudez. And a very quick 2-0. Memes are not dreams on this day.